Well, this is clearly ideal. This camera is literally balanced on top of a suitcase on its side, sitting on a windowsill. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, I'm back. And isn't this the most beautiful background you could possibly imagine? So I'm actually back with a makeup video this time. Shocker, since my last, what, like 3 have been travel videos and like politics. I have turned off the air conditioning for this video, so if I start sweating, it's all for the good of social media. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for this. All I know is that I'm in a pretty chatty mood. I'm going out tonight, so that's the only reason I'm getting ready. And I really hope the lighting doesn't turn to crap because it's after 6. So I'm starting off with rose water that I got at TJ Maxx because I'm too cheap to buy the $30 MAC Fix Plus spray, which is the exact same thing. Next, I'm gonna go in with this stuff by Ordinary Beauty. Wayne Goss recommended this, and I'm a sucker for anything he says is good. This is basically like an oil that turns into a primer. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a silicone-based primer that comes in a fancy medical-looking dropping bottle. It reminds me of like the Smashbox Photo Finish. It has the same silicone-y feel, but it comes in a much more liquidy form. I think today is a brows kind of day. I haven't been doing my brows lately, but today's a brows kind of day. So I'm gonna do those off camera really quick because it's boring and I can't talk when I do them because I can't focus and talk. I'll be back. I'm back. So I just used my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in a medium brown to actually do my eyebrows. I carved them out with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20 and an itty bitty brush. I went ahead and blended the concealer down onto my eyelids to prime them. I'm gonna start with the face. Because I don't want to be oily, I am first going to actually set my primer with the Ben Nye Neutral Set Powder in the Laura Mercier container. Just gonna focus this around my T-zone where I get the most oily. And then for foundation, I'm gonna be going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 120, applying that with a flat brush from BH Cosmetics. What's been going on in my life? By the way, this looks really white, but it actually, this foundation oxidizes quite a bit, like a shade or two, as it blends out a little darker. So tomorrow, I'm gonna go see a show, which I'm really excited about. I'm gonna go see Bandstand, and being the theater nerd that I am, I'm doing rush tickets, so instead of buying a ticket like now for $100 and some odd, I go to the box office like anytime before it opens, but me, in order to guarantee myself a ticket, I go like a couple, 3.5, 4 hours before it opens, and then they'll sell you discounted tickets. If you can get one, it's like a limited number, which is why I get there so early, because probably the first, 10 people in line will guarantee themselves a ticket, and everyone else after that, out of luck. For under eye concealer and highlighting and everything else, I'm taking MAC Pro Longwear in the shade NW15. Forgot to wet my beauty blender. Quickly doing that with the rose water. I'm realizing how much energy it takes to like do this and focus and talk because I'm not talking. Alright, so today seems like a baking kind of day. Don't ask me why, I just haven't done it in a while. So I'm gonna go in with that same Ben Nye powder that I used for something earlier. What did I use? Setting the primer. I'm basically going to do this everywhere that I put concealer and then my smile lines because I tend to crease there. So when you look like a clown, you're doing it right. So moving on to bronzer, I'm taking my Ciate London Bamboo Bronzer, and I'm just going to pat this instead of swiping it just because I don't want to disrupt my foundation. So my mom found this really cool website. It's called eShakti.com, and if you're like a hard to fit size, like as a very tall woman, it's like hard for me to find clothes, especially pants, but like even like with dresses and stuff, things that don't just get wider as the sizes get bigger, because for whatever reason, clothing manufacturers tend to think that like if you're tall, you're also fat. But anywho, eShakti is really cool. They put out designs that are completely customizable with like regard to the neckline and the sleeve length and the dress length, even the color and the pattern and stuff. You can either choose like their standard sizes or you can input your own measurements. So like bust, hips, height, leg length ones. They probably take like 16 or 17 different measurements. They hand make the clothing, and they ship it to you, and it's not even that expensive if you think about it. Like, customized dresses would run you, I don't know, an average of like 50 bucks, and they're so nice. Like, I don't know, I cannot explain to you like how nice it is to order something online and not worry about whether or not it's going to fit you. By the way, I'm just contouring my nose if it wasn't very clear. Clearly not a sponsored video because I do not have that kind of following, but it's a really neat idea. So if you ever get the chance, check out eshakti.com, ESHAKTI. It's dope. So I'm just gonna brush away the bake using like a fluffy. Can you pick it up on camera? How much powder is coming off of that? Anyway, just brushing away what's left of that bake. So for highlighter, I'm gonna take this itty bitty sample of my Nomad Illuminated Highlighting Powder. I gotta turn the air on. I just can't do this. That is so loud. I'm so sorry. Woo! 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 Dang! And then for blush, if you can still hear me, I'm taking my Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Party, spelled with 3 A's. So I'm back in New York, if you couldn't tell, based on my lovely, lovely dorm room background. But I've been doing summer workouts for my volleyball program and also taking classes as I'm here for summer school. I'm taking this sociology class with this woke-ass Canadian professor with a septum piercing, and it's so cool. Preseason starts like after next week, and I'm like low-key so nervous because if any of you have ever been college athletes, it is, oh, I don't know, it's just really intense. It's like 2 weeks of like, setting my face with that same rose water that I used to prep. I never remember to wipe this off. It's the eyebrow pomade that I use to do my eyebrows, and I never remember to take it off. Anyway, the same rose water that I use to prep my face and wet my beauty blender. Oh my god, also, guys, my friend Caitlin's still in LA right now for summer break. She literally just walked onto the set of Law and Order True Crimes, and then she got a picture with Julianne Nicholson. So using my Smashbox Masterclass palette, Lighting Theory Edition, I'm just gonna take the shade Nectar. It's like a super, super, super light, almost skin tone color. Pop it in the crease. It's not gonna do much because it's basically skin tone, but basically just a healthy gradient of colors as I move on. Then going in with Totally Nude right next to it, a slightly darker color. Blending that into the crease. And then with a slightly smaller blending brush, I'm taking the shade Almond, which is like a very warm brown, but a little darker than the rest of them. Very pigmented. Everything in this palette is super pigmented, so tap off the excess if you can. I'm also placing this in the crease, just focusing it more in the outer corner and then lower on the lid than the other two shades. Alright, and then with an even smaller blending brush, I'm taking the darkest brown shade in the palette, like really dark. I sound so redundant, but also in the outer corner, also in the crease, but again, lower down than any of the other shades. So we get the nice ombre effect. Alright, and then since that dark brown is a bit difficult to blend, I'm going to go back in with that Totally Nude shade, the second one that we used. Just blend out the top part. I'm going to go ahead and start on the lower lash line. Taking a small, dense, angled brush, I'm going to go ahead and pack on, again, Totally Nude as a kind of base shade, on the lower lash line, on the outer third. Go ahead and smoke this out as much as I really want to, because since it's a pretty light shade, it's not going to look like I have under eye bags. Also, it's going to serve as a transition shade for the darker brown that we'll use on the top. Like everything we do on the top, we're going to repeat on the bottom. So this is kind of like the transition shade is going to go a little bit lower down on the lower lash line, and then that super dark brown is going to go on top of it but above it, so much closer to the actual lash line itself. Awesome, so then taking that same brush, I'm just going to pick up a tiny bit of Sumatra, which is that really dark one, and just keep it way, way closer to the lower lash line. Alright, I'm happy with that. And then we're almost done with the eyes, actually. I'm going to move away from that palette, and I have been doing a lot of like cut creases, or at least half cut creases on my Instagram, so I think I'm going to go away from that and just go back to like a general smoky eye. This is not a crazy look. I also think I'm going to skip eyeliner because I hate it. So going in with my Violet Voss Drenched Metal palette, I'm going to be taking the shade Huntress. It's that one right there. I'm just going to put that on the lid, on the mobile lid itself, leaving a little bit of the inner corner just so that we're not all dark and smoky. I'm going to take the fluffy brush that I used to wipe away the bake and just flick away the fallout from that shadow that we just used. And once I'm happy with that, I'm going to go ahead and go in with Poppin' from the same palette. It's that corner bright one. Brighten the hell out of the inner corner. Doesn't even have to be precise, just in that general area. I'm going to take that same shadow and highlight the brow bone area, and then I can kind of tell I'm losing light a little bit. So it's good though, we're almost done. All I'm going to do now is lashes. So I got these lashes. They're called the America lashes, and I got them on Amazon, of all places. And they are beautiful and fluffy, but to the point where I don't even need to wear mascara underneath them because you literally cannot see my lashes at all because they're huge. So I only use mascara on my bottom lashes, at least for the moment, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put glue on these lashes, and while they're drying, I'm gonna put bottom mascara on. So by the time I'm done with that, the glue is tacky. The lashes are on. If you see the glue, it's still drying, but it's fine, it's still drying, moving on. I'll be using the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Bow and Arrow, everyone's favorite nude, I swear to God. Let me zoom you in really quick. Thank you guys for watching. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. Also, you can follow me here on Instagram and here on Facebook. Go ahead and give this one a like and this one a follow. Yeah, so I know it was a long one, but I hope you enjoyed it. I was feeling particularly chatty. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair and change for the night out. Alright, so thanks, bye.